Hello everybody, welcome to Tutorial 1, the basics of Ableton. Over here on the top, we have this 7 buttons. The first one, as you can see, open and closes the side window. The second one is where you'll find Ableton's instruments, things like your drum rack. I think you have 2 types of drum racks in here, impulse and drum rack. 2 types of samplers, sampler and simpler, and a couple of synths. I guess you guys can look around and do it on yourself. MIDI effects is where you find things like chords, in case some of you guys don't know your chords. Scales, pitches, going up 12 octaves, 1 octave, 2 octaves, and you go down 1 octave. Audio effects. I'm pretty sure you all know what audio effects are. Filters, compressors, EQs, limiters, phasers, reverbs, etc. Okay, on this third one is where you'll find your third-party plugins and VSTs, things like Alchemy, Absinthe, CamelPhat, Contact, and Massive. On these folders over here is where you'll find, if you guys have your own samples like Vengeance, Loop Masters, things like that. You haven't saved on a certain folder, over here is where you're able to go and find them. I guess you go to the top and depends where it is that you have them, then you guys go look for them. Okay, this refresh button, I don't really know what it does. So let's get right to the next part. Over here I have 2 audio tracks, and that's because I've prepared two samples, 2 loops I mean. I have them saved in my desktop somewhere over here. Okay. So I have this drum beat, drum loop, and I have this keyboard loop. It sounds like a strum, more like a strum than a keyboard, but take a listen. I'm sorry about the shitty audio, but I don't have a good microphone, so fuck it. Okay, so I'm gonna drop in a MIDI clip on the side. And I'm gonna create by double clicking on an empty spot. I'm gonna make a 4-bar loop, and I'm gonna make it so it swells in during the middle of the loop. So I guess it has that like trumpet effect. No, not trumpet, saxophone. Okay, so I'm gonna throw in a reverb, and I'm gonna throw in CamelPhat in here. And I'm not gonna explain what it is that I'm doing, because I kinda don't even know what I'm doing, but I know how it sounds like. And once I do find out what it is that I'm exactly doing, I'll make a tutorial on that. So So let's just say that this is a certain section of my song, and I want to lay it out. Say like, this is my intro. Say this is my middle part. Say this is my breakdown. This is my outro. So let's just say I have them ready, and I want to lay them out into a song. So I highlight these. I click and hold, and I can hover over this, and it'll take me to the live view. Okay, so I can hover over this, or I can press the tab button. Okay, now here are some shortcuts that will definitely be useful. Command+C will be copy, Command+V is paste, Command+D is duplicate, Command+Z is undo. Command+Z is undo. Okay, and let's just say that this is the length of your loop and you only want this half of the loop. Command+E is extract. So once you're done with that, you'll see this. Oh, Command+E is extract. So once you're done with that, you'll see a line in the middle. You can click and hold, and it'll drag away, and it'll be into another clip. So now that you know what that is, you can go off to the sides. You can click and hold, and it'll stretch out the loop. So I'm gonna make this into a 9-bar loop, and I'm gonna drop in another sample that I have over here. Smack, I think of a snare. So I'm gonna add a reverb to give it a longer tail, a longer duration, and let's see how it sounds. When this is on, this means that whatever is going on here, if you're playing this clip, that clip, this or whichever one, this means that whatever's going on here is this is what you're only going to be listening to when you press the spacebar or play. If you want to hear what's going on here, you have to unclick this and make sure it's not glowing. So let's see how this sounds. So there you have it. We have a nice mellow loop. Okay, so while that loop was playing, I'm pretty sure you saw that I dropped the drum rack over here. Okay, what I'm going to try to explain now is, let's just say you have on this certain part of the drum loop, you like this kick, and you only want this kick. Okay, you can highlight this kick, click on drum rack, highlight the kick, click and hold, and drop it onto C1. And I have it sold over here. There you have it. So now I want the snare. I'm gonna zoom in, grab my snare, go over to drum rack, click and hold, and drop it right next to my kick, and say I wanted to make my own drum loop. Okay. I know it sounds pretty cheesy, but I'm pretty sure you get the point. Yeah. Okay. So that's it for tutorial 1. Thanks for watching.